There we go. And Darren Lockyer, thank you very much for attending the launch here in the Seneydd, and first time in the Seneydd in Cardiff?
It is actually, and we actually couldn't get in. The driver we came in with, his car wasn't registered with the security, so we actually couldn't get through the front gate, but we made it, so
fantastic. Well done. I mean, now you're in Wales. I mean, you played in Wales for Australia in Bridgend a while ago, and you've played against Wales enough times, particularly in a certain 2000 match in the World Cup. I mean, what do you think of rugby league in Wales itself?
Yeah, look, every time I played against Wales, and in particular here in Wales, they've been very tough opponents. And that game you mentioned in 2000, which was in the World Cup, the semi-final, Wales actually had us on the ropes. So I think it's an exciting time for the code, and an exciting time for Cardiff with the opening of the World Cup being here, and a double header. It doesn't get much bigger.
Yeah. So you've got a small little match in Cardiff on the first day against a certain England team, an Ashes test to kick off. That's not the worst of all, is it?
No, that'll be a tough game. I think, you know, Australia will be favourites to win the tournament. New Zealand are the current holders, but Australia will come here as favourites. And I think the first game's always, I've found, historically been the toughest. You know, coming from Australia, travelling over and getting yourself prepared for a big game. So, you know, in some sort of aspects, it can be a real danger game for Australia.
And how do you think Wales might fare in the World Cup itself?
Well, I can only go on the last time Australia played Wales, and that was here. It was here with the Four Nations, and I didn't play that game, but I sat in the stands and watched, and Wales were very good. So, Yeston's got, I guess, a plan in place, and I think the emotion of playing in front of their home crowd at Cardiff, and so at the Millennium Stadium, will be a big motivator.
And people like Lee Breers and Justin, you know, motivating a side which, you know, all right, we've had a tough autumn international series just now, but you know, we've got 12 months to get it right. Do you think that we can turn things around?
Yeah, look, I think two names you mentioned there with Justin and Lee Breers, who's hopefully he's still wearing the jersey next year, because his experience will be vital. I know that the average age, I'm told, is 22 for the Welsh team, so that's quite young. But look, you have 12 months to prepare, and I know that the systems and programs you have in place sound very positive, and I'm sure you'll be very competitive.
What do you think it takes to win a World Cup then?
It takes commitment, dedication and preparation. I think everyone's excited about the World Cup, and the next 12 months is about getting your preparation right, and then being dedicated to the cause.
And do you think Australia are going to be lifting that trophy again?
Look, I think, as I said, they'll be favourites, but they'll also know that 2008, when we were favourites, we were beaten. So I think that will be a driving motivation for the team to want to get that World Cup back.
What's the drive like in Australia at the moment about the World Cup? Is it actually registering yet, or do you think it will?
I caught up with Cameron Smith last week, actually, in Melbourne, and he's talking about it. They know that there's a big event on at the end of next year, and I think I think there's that motivation again back to losing the 08 World Cup. I think they're really keen to get their hands back on it, and so the talk of the World Cups, it's pretty much a talking point in Australia at the moment.
I know we didn't qualify for the 2008, so I think we got a bit of unfinished business from 2000 for us.
Yeah, I think having some games in your home country is going to be great for Wales, and I'm sure they'll want to make the people proud.
Well, Darren Lockyer, thank you very much, and and look forward to the World Cup.
My pleasure.
Thank you.